Some people seem to have trouble killing pyros. Now, I play pyro, and one of the great things about mainly a class is that you learn what counters them very well, so I think I can help you. In this video I'll go over a few of the tricks I know that can help you beat the pyro. Let's look at this numerically. Pyro has a maximum damage per second of 164. I say maximum because flamethrowers have a damage fall off of up to 50%, so it could be less. This seems impressive until you compare it to the other damage classes. Within the first second, a scout can deal 210 damage, a soldier can deal 224, a demo can deal 200, and a heavy can deal a phenomenal 540 damage. That's a lot of damage. On top of this, all of these weapons have a longer range than the flamethrower and do not suffer damage fall off as rapidly. There are other things to consider here, such as the utility of air blasting, the health of heavy, and the greater mobility of scout, demo, and soldier. But most of the complaints about pyro don't revolve around things like air blasting, they revolve around damage. And since the damage is so low, we must conclude that pyro is not overpowered. But hold on, if pyro is outdamaged by the other classes, then why does everyone keep getting burnt up in pubs? The answer is pyro's ability to access damage. Aiming the flamethrower is not difficult, so you're likely to be able to access the full damage in most situations. Projectile and particularly hit scan classes, meanwhile, are likely to miss a portion of their shots, which reduces their damage below the threshold of pyros. Straight away, we have a very easy way to fight the pyro: get better at aiming. The better you are, the more damage you put out and the more likely you are to win. But what if you can't aim very well? Well, that's okay. There's numerous other techniques you can use to keep yourself alive. It might sound obvious, but if you can stay out of flamethrower range then you won't be taking damage. The easiest way to do this is to watch your flanks so a pyro can't sneak up on you and bop you with his lollipop. Sometimes, however, you're inevitably going to end up in range of the pyro. Now I'm going to tell you an amazing and exclusive new trick that you can use to counter pyro. You walk backwards. Usually in a fight, you'd stray side by side to dodge bullets, right? But come on, have you seen the hitboxes on the flamethrower? You're not dodging the flamethrower. By walking backwards, you force the pyro to walk forwards after you, lest you move out of range. Now this means the pyro isn't going to be dodging you either, and that makes it far easier to drop him with a quickly paced sticky bomb or shotgun shell. Another advantage of walking backwards is that the flamethrower won't deal maximum damage to you, since fall off will be taking effect. One class in particular should never be moving towards a pyro: the scout. Scout has the potential to be one of the most dangerous classes to pyro, but 90% of them spoil this potential because they just run up to the pyro and get burnt up. Don't do this. You move considerably faster than pyro, hang back out of flame range and chip away at them until they die. It does take a bit longer to kill them, but it means you don't die, so it's better. Many of the pyros in the game are just going to run at you spewing flames, and if they are going to do that, then fantastic. Just drop a rocket at their feet, send them flying. The better ones are going to air blast. Air blasting is very annoying, but as long as you don't stand near a cliff, it won't affect most classes too much. The ones that will suffer from it are demo and soldier far more than demo. A sticky bomb can be detonated at your leisure, so even if the pyro tries to deflect it, you can set it off in his face or after he walks over it. A soldier has no sticky bomb launcher and can struggle to beat a deflected pyro. First thing to say is don't stand by a wall. A reflected rocket is difficult to aim, but if you stand by a wall then it can still hit you with the blast damage even if you dodge it. Ideally, stand higher than the pyro to make it as hard to hit you as possible. Secondly, don't fire predictably, especially at close range. Often pyros don't have time to react to rockets, so deflect them based on the timing of your shots rather than when they see it coming towards them. If you hold back for a fraction of a second before firing, then timing shots doesn't work and you'll smack the pyro right in the face. Finally, equipping the shotgun removes the risk posed by returning rockets and lets you fight the pyro on much easier terms. We've all had it happen. You fight the pyro, you kill the pyro, you're looking for the health packs, and another pyro appears and finishes you off. If the enemy team is playing more pyros than is strictly speaking necessary, you may want to switch to one of pyro's counter classes. Demo and Sniper do a good job, since both of them can kill the Pyro easily without getting close. However, if you're not very good at these classes and can't stop the Pyros before they get to you, then you're not going to have a good time. The scariest counters to Pyro are Heavy and Engineer. As already discussed, Heavy has more than twice the damage output at point blank than the Pyro does, and has almost twice the health as well, along with a handy snack to heal away any afterburn damage he takes. If your tracking skills are at all competent, you will win every single fight. Another great counter to Pyro is Engineer. A sentry gun can kill a Pyro very, very quickly, as well as keep him out of range with its knockback. It's impossible to sneak up on the sentry, so flanking doesn't help at all. Watch out, however, that you don't build too close to any blind spots. If a Pyro can get close without being shot, they can circle the gun quicker than it can track them and kill it easily. However, these scenarios are the fault of poor gun placement on behalf of the Engineer, not the strength of the Pyro. A properly placed gun is impossible for a Pyro to deal with and makes it far harder for them to flank and defeat their opponents. A final counter is Soldier, but only when the Pyro is using the Phlog. Phlog Pyros can't air blast, so the high damage and great range of the rocket launcher can be utilised to full effect against them. Now you know how to fight Pyros, you hopefully won't bitch on Reddit. Hopefully you won't die to them as much. Remember, Pyros can be beaten. You just shoot well, stay out of range, and play Heavy more. Heavy's great fun. Heavy has a minigun and you can be friends with a medic. Anyway, that's all I have to say, so bye.
Cynical, sandwich, turn around. Cynical, cynical, sandwich. You got it.